Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. I have an amazing and I'm incredibly thrilled to be bringing you this review today. This is a very special review. Just in particular, today we will be having a look at the McFarlane Toys Batman Forever Build-A-Figure wave. As you all can see, I have Batman right here, there's Robin and Two-Face. Riddler has not come yet. As I'm recording this, Riddler is coming either Monday or Tuesday. Just figured I'd throw that in there. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at these guys. Let's go ahead and start off with number one, which is Batman. As you guys can see, I am just loving that black head sculpt. Actually looks good. And yes, I will be doing head swaps and I will be showing the other version of the sonar suit. That looks great. I'm happy to see some accessories and all the good, it looks like there's all the accessories and all the good stuff jammed in here, so I'm really incredibly excited about that. He is number one in the Build-A-Figure wave. Flip to the back, there are the other characters and how to build the Nightmare Bat. Very nice, I will say. It says Batman Forever right there, very nice there. Oh, and one other thing, here is his UPC and barcode in case that helps anybody. Let's go ahead and jump into Robin. Here's Robin. I love this Chris O'Donnell look. This is perfect. This is my perfect Robin. It looks great. It looks better in person. I'm loving the green. I'm not sure if that's wired. I thought I heard somebody say that his cape was wired, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I am. I don't know. But again, he's number two. Very nice. Flip to the side. It says Robin for Batman Forever. Flip to the back. Exactly the same. He comes with the wing. He comes with the, I'm guessing, the left wing. Or maybe is it the right? It's either the right or the left. I think it, depending on how you pose him, from my view, it's the left, but when you have him posed, I believe it's the right. So, I think it's the right, but I'm not going to debacle. We'll see when we Build-A-Figure. And then here is looking at Tommy Lee Jones's Two-Face, and holy shit, they nailed it out of the park with this head sculpt. And the coin flip, I've heard people say that they're not really a fan of that. I don't mind it. I think that looks good. Again, he's number four. As I said, at the time of this recording, I do not have Riddler. When I do, I will add that into the intro. But for now, this is what we're dealing with. Go ahead and flip to the back. Again, exactly the same. There's Riddler. Riddler's number three. And then going ahead and flipping Two-Face over. Here is his UPC and barcode, in case that helps anybody. And real quick, let me go ahead and show off Robin's barcode. Here's Robin's barcode and UPC, in case that helps anybody. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at Riddler, and then let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alrighty, let's take a look at Riddler. And here's Riddler, guys. As I'm filming this part of the video, he just got in today. So that's why it was taking me so long. This guy was a week overdue, unfortunately, but he just came today. So we'll take a look at him now. As you guys can see, the 12 Plus logo, McFarlane logo, and the 22 moving part logo right there. Here is the DC Multiverse Riddler, Collect a Build, Nightmare Bat. He is number three. And I just want to take a moment. Look at that Jim Carrey head sculpt. That looks amazing. I am seeing that on one of the question marks. If you guys can see it, there is a little splotch of black paint that it doesn't look like they filled in all the way, but I'm not completely worried about it. And then the cane, happy to see that, and we get a little Riddler bomb right there, which I'm very happy to see that as well. There's the bat body. Here's the side. Batman Forever, the Riddler. Go ahead and flip to the back. Very nice product image of the Nightmare Bat. All of the Build-A-Figures down here. Riddler is number three. So, McFarlane Toys, Batman Forever. Collect them all. There's how you built the Nightmare Bat. I'll flip to the other side. It just says the Riddler. And then down here to the bottom, here is his UPC and barcode, in case that helps anybody. So without further ado, let's crack him open and take a closer look at the wave. Alrighty, we are back. And wow. This wave is awesome. This wave is fantastic. I'm loving everything about this wave. I know you guys I've heard people already see and talk about the Batman. Don't worry, we will talk about that. There is an explanation. I promise there is. So we will jump into that. But first, let's just take a look at all of the figures individually. Let's go ahead and get their accessories and their cards out of the way. Then we will jump into the figures. Then we'll Build-A-Figure. Then we will jump into comparisons, because believe me, stick around for the comparisons. Let's go ahead and start off with Batman, of course. Here is his card, and this is the card from 1995 Batman Forever, directed by Joel Schumacher. This is the Batman from the poster. Very nice bat signal in the background, and the cowl piece right here looks like the Panther suit cowl. The arm piece, though, that looks like the Sonar suit. Just figured I'd point that out. Looks very nice. Here is his read-up if you want to read that. Pause now. Here is Robin's card. Very, very nice. He's in a yelling pose, and the R right there is sculpted. It is sculpted on the figure. We will take a look at that as well. Flipping this over, if you want to read that, pause now. Here is Riddler's. Very nice laughing picture of Jim Carrey. Again, and all of these cards, all their bios and data files, if you will, were taken right from the source material, right from the Batman Forever poster. So here's Riddler. A very nice, again, laughing image of Jim Carrey right there. Riddler, Batman Forever. Flip, if you want to read that, pause now. And without further ado, here is Two-Face's card. Very nice smirking image of Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. You can see Riddler's hair right there in the background, and then you can kind of see all of them as they were taken piece by piece from the poster. So very nice there. There is Two-Face's read-up. If you want to read that, pause now. So all of the read-ups on all four of those cards are exactly the same. Same thing with the Batman and Robin wave. All the read-ups are exactly the same. Let's go ahead. Let's start off with Batman first. Let's take a look at his accessories. So we're going to go ahead and angle this down here. Of course, he does come with the head from the Nightmare Bat Build-A-Figure, which is the Build-A-Figure for this wave. The jaw can move. Very nice that it's articulated. There's that. He does come with a pair of fist hands and accessory holding hands. He comes with a normal Batarang, but I have a hypothesis that I'm guessing for this one. I'm guessing maybe you could double this, have this be the Bat Bomb that George Clooney used to blow up Mr. Freeze's rocket if you wanted. Or you could even have it be the grapnel on his gauntlet that he used to save Robin and Chase Meridian at the end of the movie. That would work too. But I don't think he ever used this one in the film. I could be wrong, but maybe he did. I thought this one was concept art, but maybe I could be wrong. Of course, here is his Sonar Batarang that he did use at the end of the film to destroy Riddler's, I guess, mind wipe machine, or his thing that made him smarter at the very end of the movie. So there's that. They're all cast in this very nice silver plastic, or I think that's painted. I think it's cast instead of painted, but from certain angles it does look painted. So there's that. Very nice. And then, of course, his grappling hook that he does use at the very beginning of the film, which, I'm going to be honest, if McFarlane does release the normal Panther suit and they just reuse this accessory, that wouldn't bother me a bit. It really wouldn't. I'd actually be happy about that. But again, very nice. It's cast in this very nice, or painted in this very nice silver. So there's that. Let's go ahead now, take a look at Robin's accessories. Robin doesn't come with a whole lot other than the wing to the one of the parts to the Nightmare Bat wing. I believe this is the right wing. I believe this is the right wing. So there's that very nice veiny texture here, and that is texture, you can feel it. Very nice little claw there, and then flipping over, very nice fur detail and more veiny and very nice spread out. So there's that. And then he comes with two pair of fist hands. He comes with a wide open hand, and I just want to take a second to talk about the texture and attention to detail on the glove. Look at all that texturing. Whoops, sorry about that. Look at all the texturing and attention to detail on this glove. It looks really well. It looks really good. So there's that. I'm really happy with that and how that looks. So you get a wide open shaking / grabbing hand, maybe for him to help Two-Face up like at the end of the film, or to shake hands with Batman. You also get a pointer finger. Maybe he's pointing at Two-Face, or maybe he's pointing at Batman, or I don't know, but still very nice nevertheless. Again, and they all are textured in this black plastic. And then as well as you do get, I'm going to say relaxed palms or accessory holding hands. Robin didn't really come with any accessories other than these hands. It would have been nice to see, but I don't remember Robin using any of the accessories at the end of the film or any gadgets. The only gadget I can remember him using is the rebreather when the Batboat explodes and he's in the water. But then Riddler's goons take it away from him, and that's when Batman comes in and saves him. So maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, there are those. So that is nice. You do get, so total you get 3 sets of hands, 6 total. Let's go ahead and take a look at Riddler. He comes with the base for the Nightmare Bat. This is pretty hefty. There are the bat's toes and feet. There's a little tail. Very nice fur texture on here. Oh, and then I will touch back on this in a second. I did leave that out for last. We'll talk about that in a minute. And that's where the head port's on, and there you go. So there's that. And then as well, he does come with his cane. It is a little warped, but I'm sure that's nothing with a little heat couldn't fix or whatever. So very nice cast in this like gold plastic. Very nice there. And then possibly one of my favorite accessories, excuse me, is the little bat bomb that he uses to destroy the Batcave with. That question mark is pinned on there very nicely. And then if you even look, if my camera will pick that up, you can kind of see the little bat ears and little, I don't think it's a smirk, but just little eyes on this. Very nice accessory to give Riddler. Very nice. And then again, he also does come with, he comes with 2 accessory holding hands, so you could use one to hold the bat bomb and the cane, or both to hold his cane. He also comes with a fist hand and a relaxed grabby hand that I suppose you could also use to have him hold his bat bomb. So very nice flesh tone on that. Very nice flesh tone on all of them. We'll also talk about that when we talk about Two-Face as well. But there's that. Excuse me. Here is Two-Face, and he comes with the least amount of accessories. He just comes with a fist hand for the glove side and another gun holding hand for his left. Unfortunately, or his right, excuse me. Unfortunately, he doesn't come with any guns. Okay, that's fine. We'll also talk about that in a second. WB still has their no on McFarlane toys. They can't come with guns. Okay, that's fine. You do get a nice coin flipping accessory. I don't know why people don't like that. I've heard okay stuff about it. Not horrible things, but I've heard some things about it. I'll leave that. I'll wait till later till we talk about that. So there's that. Matter of fact, let's just build the Nightmare Bat right now. Get that guy out of the way first. And this display base and display piece did come with Batman. You can just very carefully, I'm not going to force that now that it's in there, but you take the rod out, you port it in here. It's got a big DC logo there. This is the stand you use to display the Nightmare Bat. So there's that. Let's go ahead and build him. Let's go ahead and do this guy on camera here. Start off with the head, it looks like. Okay. That just snaps in there very easy. So there's that. There's what he looks like with his jaw shut. There he looks like with his jaw open. I think people said that they might be using this as a Man-Bat figure, which would be really well done, actually. That's probably what I'm going to use mine for. I know McFarlane has a Man-Bat figure out, but I guess you could use this for a Man-Bat figure if you absolutely wanted to. Just the way the face sculpt is and all the fur and the ears and stuff. So that looks very nice. Let's go ahead and port in the wing. At the right side. I think that's the right side. Yeah, that is the right side. See here. Actually, I might have to do this one off camera. I'm going to do this part off camera. Alright. There's that. There's the one wing. Very nice articulation I'm seeing so far. And there's a wingspan. Just to show you guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull off the other wing now and go ahead and do that. It will take me a second, so just a moment. Please bear with me. There we go. And wow. That's how big the wingspan of this guy is. This guy is wowzer. So there's a wingspan on him, and I can definitely see why people would use him for Man-Bat. So there's, if you want to get him in like full flight pose, which will probably be the pose I keep him in the most. If you want to keep him coming at Batman or something, or then if you even want to like lower him or have him coming lower like this, I suppose that could work. I'm sure there are probably going to be people who display him like this, and it is very nicely articulated, which we will go over his articulation, but I figured we build him first and get him out of the way. And then as I was talking about the display stand, whoops, he's so big, almost knocked over my display. So then you're just going to very carefully, I'm going to imagine, just port that right in there. There we go. And then once you hear it pop, it does sit on there kind of loosely, but at least you can get him in various different displays. So if you want to get him in, I can kind of back this up a little bit and show you guys. So that's what that looks like. The wingspan is definitely there, and it is definitely a big Build-A-Figure. I'm going to set him off to the side. We will take a look at him near the end. So there's that. As I was saying, now let's go ahead and take a look at Batman again. Here's Batman. And this Batman figure, I understand what everybody's saying. This is not the sonar, this is the sonar suit, but it's not the sonar suit, it's not the accurate one. You're right, it is not the accurate one. This sonar suit is, I believe, based on the, if you guys look at the card, I believe this is concept art of what the sonar suit would have looked like. And I think it is. Because if you look at the suit, and you look at the gauntlets, turn this, the gauntlets match the gauntlet on the card. So does the mask, except for the rivets, which are the sonar suit. That is the Panther suit mask. My guess, it was concept art. That is my guess. Take that with a grain of salt. I'm not 100% sure, but that is my assumption. Which actually, I'm not going to be wrong. If I'm not going to say not to be wrong or what have you, but it would not surprise me. So just take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, just looking at this Batman, let's just take a look at this guy. And in general, he does very good. His head, pretty standard. We've seen this guy before with the movie 6-pack version. Again, very nice cloth cape. So very nice there. We will go over his articulation here in a second. But like I said, he has no problem at all holding any of his accessories. Just very carefully going to go ahead and do this. There's that. So that's what that looks like. Very nice. Again, no problem holding any of the accessories. Very happy with that. Let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation, and then we'll take a look at Robin. His arms can spin around 360. Very nice. He does have that butterfly joint for extra movement or extra rotation. You do get a bicep swivel. Coming down here, double jointed. The hands can all twist and hinge up and down, and if you do it the right way, side to side. His head can look up that much, can look down quite a bit. Twist, you do get some tilt, and of course 360, but I'm not going to force that. Coming out in here to the torso, he can bend back that much. He can bend forward this much if he uses both. He can twist as well down here. You can twist a little bit. I'm also not going to force that. He can kick up about that much, kick back about that much, come out about that far. Go back, double jointed knees. I'm not going to force that. Coming down here to the boots, go down that much, come up that much, and twist. Very nice. And again, hold tight. I will show, I don't know about head swaps. I know I stated that in the original, or in the, not the original, excuse me, in the intro. But I may or may not. We'll just probably do comparisons, but we'll see. So there's Batman. Overall, I get why people don't like this guy. It's alright. It's not bad. It's really not. It's not a bad figure at all. It's just, I get it. People want a more accurate. I get it. I understand. Let's go ahead and take a look at Robin. And other than his accessories, all of his hands interchange the same way. I'm sure we're going to see that multiple times, so I'm not really going to futz around with that too much, excuse me. So there's that. Looking at Robin, and I will address the elephant in the room in a second. I'm sure you guys can see it. I will address it. So if we're looking at Robin, very nice. This is the exact same figure as the Chris O'Donnell Batman and Robin. Exact same. The diaper piece is different. Legs are the same. Arms are the same. Head is different. Cape is different. And I believe this is the same torso, just the new R sculpted on. As you can see, looking at it close, my R does have some paint missing, but it's a little bothersome, but not as bothersome as like if it had like a paint fleck or something up there. So better have it that than something else. So there's that. But yeah, everything else about this guy is exactly the same. Now, I did hear that this one was supposed to come with a cloth cape. Not just a cloth cape, but a cloth wired cape. I don't know how this happened to me twice. I have no clue. Mine does not come with a wire. Mine does not have no wire in it, so I can't bend it. It's just cloth. I opened him up and I'm like, okay, that's weird. I'm not complaining. If you guys have seen my DC Multiverse Robin Rebirth review, that one didn't come with a wire either. I'm guessing it was a manufacturing error. I'm not complaining about it. I'm really not. I understand you could get him in more poses with the wire, but personally, I prefer these capes without the wire. So, very nice. Flipping over to the back, you can just see it's a matte black or just flat black, what have you. Very nice. Very nice stitching all throughout and detail. And then let's look at the head sculpt. As you guys can see, I don't know how well my camera will pick it up. Let's see if I can turn his head. Right up in here, there is that R that is very sculpted. That is sculpted very nicely. So there's that. And then let's go ahead real quickly. Go ahead and go over Robin's articulation. His hands, well, not his hands, excuse me. His arms can go up this far. He can also spin 360, but since the wire isn't in there, it does not hinder the articulation at all. Double jointed, very nice there. All the hands, again, turn side to side, hinge up and down, and side to side if you do it correctly. You got to turn the peg though. Looking at his head, he can look up that much, down that much, and twist. The guy is still a little stiff, so I'm not going to force that. Coming here to the torso, he can twist. He can arch back that much. He can arch back forward this much. He can twist down here as well. He can kick up that far, kick back that much, come out this far, come back in. Again, this is incredibly stiff. I'm not going to force that because I don't want to break my figure, but double jointed knees, coming down here to the boots, down that far, up that far, and twist, which that is still kind of stiff. So there's that. All in all, I'm really happy to have Chris O'Donnell in his actual Robin suit. I know they say his other suit is his Robin suit, but that suit, let's be honest, that suit was more Nightwing. So let's go ahead and jump into Riddler now. And as I was talking about, we will bring in something for substitution. Not really substitution, but you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Here's, again, we already know his accessories, but let's take a look at the head sculpt. Holy crap. This head sculpt mirrors Jim Carrey, the teeth, the smirk, the smile, the eyes, all of it. Very nice question marks, except for that one that's missing a little paint there, but that's the least of my worries. And I believe this is the I don't think this is Jonathan Kent body. It might, the top might be. I don't know if the arms and legs aren't, but they might be. But very nice question marks all the way around in his, what is it, unitard or leotard? One of the two, however you pronounce it. There's that. Very nice green. Again, orange hair or red hair. Very nice. And then he has no problem holding his cane either. That was like one of the, I guess, biggest concerns of people within the community was, well, not even in the community, but I heard a lot of other people saying is like, oh, well, can he hold the cane? Is it too thick? Is it too bulky? And I was wondering when that would happen. Actually, it might be better to just slide it through both and then stick it back on the figure. That's probably as I'm going to do as I just showed you, because clearly what I was doing there wasn't working. So there we go. He can hold his cane very easily. Very nice there. And then as I was saying, swapping out the hands are no problem. Very easily. Give him a small little tug. That works. Take his other hand. Put his other hand on. And now, if you want, now he can, I don't know, get him posed in a certain way and have him holding the Riddler bat bomb, I guess. See if I can get that in his hand there. That's as best as that's as best as I'm gonna get it. There we go. That works. Very nice that you can have him hold it like that. And then if you want him even holding it with one of these hands, I think you can just do something like that. Hold it by there. So there's that. Very nice. So, and then as I was talking about when I mentioned the so-called, quote, substitution, I'm getting there right now. So if you guys remember, I don't believe it was this year. I believe it was maybe it might have been earlier this year. I'm guessing around November-ish. Or, November of last year. Or maybe it was November of this year. Wait, it was November of last year, last year. So we got another comic book accurate Riddler, which is where I was talking about this cane, which is where I said, I'm wondering if we're going to get a Batman Forever wave, which we all knew we were going to. Here's the two Kane comparisons. Here's the one that came with the Riddler figure. Here's the one that came with the comic book Riddler figure. I was looking at these wondering which one's more accurate to the movie. I'm guessing this one is, but this one's more thicker, whereas this one's more thinner. So if you want to, honestly, if you have both, I think it's just about preference. This one's more gold to the movie, whereas this one's more like a goldish bronzish. Kind of like gold and bronze, a little bit of bronze in there mixed in. So more of a yellowish gold, to be honest, where this one's more of a gold. But still, just figure I show that off. This is the one that came with Riddler, the Batman Forever wave. This is the one that came with the comic book Riddler. Just figure I show that. That way, in case you need a different option or want a different option, it's there for you. Let's go ahead and go over Riddler's articulation. His head can look up this much, down that much, twist. Do get some nice tilt. Arms go out. Again, butterfly joint right there. Also, I forgot to mention with Robin, he also has the butterfly joint. He can twist that much. I'm not going to force that. He can go back that much, come forward this much. Again, not going to force that. That's incredibly stiff. Double jointed arms right here. It's still stiff. Hands can twist up and down, and of course, side to side. Coming down here to legs, he can kick up that much, kick back that much, come out this much. And then, again, double jointed knees. Again, he is still incredibly stiff. Not going to force that. And then coming down here to the feet, go down that much, come up that much, and twist. And, of course, toe articulation. They all have toe articulation, or boot articulation, whatever you want to call it. Very nice there. So there's that. There's Riddler. A very nice Jim Carrey head sculpt on that guy again, though. I do want to mention that. So, very nice there. And taking a look at our final figure, taking a look at Two-Face. Again, as I said, he does come with two gun-holding hands. So, if you got the McFarlane munitions pack, you can have him holding another gun in both hands. So, very nice. Or, as I was saying, talking about the other substitution, go ahead, bring in Two-Face real quick. Move this guy over. Here is the gun that came with the Arkham City Joker, which was, not Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Joker, which was one of McFarlane's very first figures. And if you guys can see, this is similar to the gun that Two-Face did use in the movie. Like I said, this came with the Arkham Asylum Joker, so there's that. But like I said, you can just, and it looks about the right shape, right size, about a gun that Two-Face would use. You can go ahead and fit that into his hand, and that's probably where I'm just going to give mine to. I'm just going to leave mine right there. Very nice. And then here's the coin, or multiple coins, I guess, if you consider that. Very done in this nicely done in this very silvery color. I get the flipping effect. It's supposed to be this one, and they're supposed to be flipping. So there is like 4 or 5 coins there, which people said that looked weird, but I think it looks cool and badass, to be honest, but that's just me. Taking a look at the head sculpt, very nice Tommy Lee Jones head. I'm loving this. Even the purple, and look at the scarring on that, if my camera will pick that up. All the different scarring, and that is textured, so very nice there. Very nice highlights in the purple here for the black hair over here. Very nice purple in here, and then black there, and very nice cheetah print suit. The legs and the torso and the arms, I believe, are all reuse. I'm not sure, 100% sure about the torso, but I do know that the legs and the arms are 100% reuse, minus the hands are reused from the Dark Knight trilogy Two-Face. So, very nice there. It is a standard buck, and it does work really well. So, again, not a whole lot going on with this guy, but very nice figure nevertheless. So, let's go ahead. His head can look up that much, look down that much. You do get some nice tilt. Can go 360. Not going to force that. That is stiff. That is incredibly stiff there. Both can come out to 90. Bicep swivel. Of course, bicep swivel on Riddler as well. Coming back down. The double jointed elbows right there. Very nice. I'm not going to try to mess with the joint. I know he's got something under here. I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to mess with that. He can kick up about that much just via that. Same thing over here. Again, double jointed knees right there. And coming down to the feet, down, or the boots or shoes, what have you, go down that much, come up that much, and twist. And then as well for the hands, do twist, hinge, up and down, and of course, do it right, side, side. So there's that. I'm loving this I'm loving the Jim Carrey Riddler, and I'm loving the Tommy Lee Jones Two-Face. This guy is awesome. This wave in general was just really badass, and I appreciate McFarlane for doing so. And then there's a closer look at the coins if you guys wanted to see those. So there are those. So then, I did say we were going to take a look at the Nightmare Bat. If I were to rate this wave, I think, personally, for me, I think this wave is definitely a lot higher than what I would say. This wave is 100% a lot higher than the Batman and Robin wave. Not that that's a bad wave, but just that wave was amazing at the time. I just prefer these figures better. Now, yes, I really hope McFarlane makes a Panther suit Batman with Val Kilmer. We need it. If you ask me, just take the head from this guy. Don't use a sonar head, but keep the head and, I don't know, remove the little divots for the sonar suit. Use, I don't know, a great starting buck, believe it or not. I can just bring this in right now. The Michael Keaton Flash. I think that looks very close to, I know it's the more modern look, but I also think that looks close to what he wore for the Panther suit. So, but yeah, like I was saying, the Keaton figure, the Keaton suit, would be a real good starting buck for a pre-base Panther suit, which this is from the Flash movie. Again, this one has cloth cape. But I just wanted to take a moment and compare some of the Batmans we've gotten. I have the Keaton from the Flash. I prefer this look. I have not gotten the 89 2-pack yet. That's on my list of figures I need to get. Previously, we had a look at the Panther suit George Clooney Batman. Here he is. Here is looking at the new Val Kilmer bat suit. So there's that. But there are those three. And then finally to bring in the 6-pack version, which this is the accurate version. Here they are side by side. If you do look, the belt's different, but everything else on the two figures are exactly the same. The divots, this one's in flat black, whereas this one's in this more metallic. Both have, it looks like, the same cape. Looks like arms and hands are the exact same. Boots are different. Legs are same, but that's black instead of being in all. This is the more movie accurate one. This is the movie accurate one, whereas this one's just a good starting buck. Or maybe it's an advanced suit, but like I said, I'm pretty sure that this is concept art of what this suit was going to look like before they settled on this design. But still, nevertheless, here are these guys all side by side, all of my Batmans. So, quickly, small comparison. We'll go ahead and bring in the Robin, the other Chris O'Donnell Robin, and both are incredibly amazing figures. But there are the two Robins, exact same sculpt, different cape, different stuff. So very nice there. Just figure I'd throw that comparison in for you guys. And then just doing another real quick comparison with the other villains. Actually, let me set Robin aside over here. Actually, let me set him over here for a second. Here are some other villains. Here's the Build-A-Figure Mr. Freeze. Here is Poison Ivy from the Batman and Robin wave. And then if you wanted to, here is the Nightfall Bane we previously had a look at. This will probably be my Batman and Robin Bane. So there are just some kind of figure comparisons of the Schumacher villains. We still need a more accurate Bane, but if you have that one or the Last Night on Earth one, that one works as well. Taking a look at all the Schumacher villains, again, minus Nightfall Bane. I'm loving what McFarlane's doing with this 90. I hope we get a Batman Returns wave and a Batman 89 wave. That would make this perfect. Also as well, I figure I throw this in here. Here's what, if they kept Robin's suit, that's what that could have possibly looked like in Batman and Robin. So I think that looks pretty good. There's that. And then another one real quick for another very quick comparison. Here's what Michael Keaton's Batman and Chris O'Donnell's Robin could have looked like. Very nice there. And then for one of the final ones, Alicia Silverstone's Batgirl. Her Batgirl. There's all three of them. That way you can see what that would look like. So there's that comparison for you guys. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look at the Nightmare Bat's articulation. So looking at this guy, as I was saying, head can move back and forth. twist, do get a little bit of tilt. The jaw can move up and down. Wings can go up about this much, could come back in about this much. And then, of course, as I said, they move up and down, and they can turn 360. But yeah, other than that, there's not a whole lot of articulation with this guy. I mean, really, just right around Halloween time, if you wanted to, you could like hang this in your room or display him however you wanted, which is very nice. And then, not even discounting the fact that you can have him pose with his mouth open, or you can have him with his mouth shut, or you can have him hanging upside down like this, or you can have him coming at someone, or I don't know, like he's coming in or listening. You just a lot of great posing options with this guy. So very nice there. So that is my full review for the Batman Forever Wave. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review and the comparisons just as much as I did. I apologize for the long delay in this video. It was definitely a while. I got my guys in and then I filmed it, and then a whole bunch of other stuff happened. I got busy, and I just figured now I post it. So there's that. And like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. Stay tuned for my next review coming very soon, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take care.